Hey Speedy Publishers, in this 15-minute video, I guarantee that I'm going to change forever the way how you think about self-publishing. You need to get a notepad, sticky pad, or even a napkin because you don't want to miss anything that I'm going to say in this short presentation. My name is Colin Scott, and I've been publishing online since 2008. And I've heard, seen, and tried almost every single genre, niche, strategy, tactic, technique there is in the publishing business. I've also answered thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of questions about publishing asked by self-publishers just like you. And the most difficult to answer has been, Colin, how can I make $100 every single day through self-publishing? Now the truth is that there are dozens of ways to deal with this. But before today, there was never an easier, faster, and more economical way to do it. Can you guess what that is? No? Well, let me help you. It's not publishing with fiction books. It's not publishing with non-fiction books, book apps, audiobooks, translated books, even adult erotica, children's books, and it's certainly not with Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Library Thing, or Goodreads. It's none of these things. The reality, not one of them is guaranteed to give you at least $100 per day with such consummate ease as this method will. And you're not going to believe what that is. But before I tell you, let's look on some proof on how much money you can actually make using this method. This is a snapshot of just one of our existing CreateSpace accounts. And as you can see, we've already surpassed 500 units. And on the left hand side, you can see just some of the titles that we're selling. We've got Daily Doses journals, activity books for kids, Alice in Wonderland, coloring books, crossword puzzles, cutout books, chef journals, baby animals coloring book, photo albums, butterflies, choo-choo trains, diet journals, draw and write children's journals, and even we've got quite a number of foreign language books that we're also selling, and these are also planners and journals. Right? But this would be awesome cool if this was the only thing, but it gets even better. Let's take a quick snapshot of our Lightning Source account. You can see here that we're selling address books, wedding scrapbooks, family photo albums, coloring books, password journals, gratitude journals, workout journals, diaries in foreign languages, planners in foreign languages, photo albums in foreign languages, password journals in foreign languages, diet journals, everything you can think of, and even weekly planners and daily planners. But that would even be more cool, but it gets even better. In our recently launched eBay store, we're selling over 60 to 70 items every single day. And how are we doing this? By just making sure that we get the book out there on eBay and make sure that we target this with the right keywords. Now you can see one of our existing books here that we're selling, and we restock every single day. And how do we do this is that we use the power of print on demand. And what's really so cool about this is that we stocked with 5 today, we've already sold 3, and of course we have 8 people who are still watching and waiting to grab one of these types of books. And that makes it extremely awesome cool in terms of driving up our sales numbers. But one of the key things that you should have actually realized here is the fundamental issue. And that fundamental issue is, it is not all about Amazon. The reality is, hell no, it's not all about Amazon. The fact is that Amazon sells more academic books than any other type of genre that it sells currently online today. In fact, 40% of all book sales on Amazon.com comes from technical and academic books. That means that there are thousands of publishing companies, literary agent-driven publishers or smaller self-publishers, medium-sized publishers and trade publishers, and of course self-publishers like you and I who are scrapping around for that difference of 40%. But the reality here is there's a much, much easier way for you to be driving revenue. You can sell your book on Amazon, Books A Million, eBay, AAPSS, Barnes & Noble, Rakuten, and even Waterstones, and be selling books by the droves. And that would be absolutely awesome cool, and even more cool. But the reality here is it gets even better. And the reality is that you can actually drive traffic to your existing book using Amazon product ads, making everything else that we just spoke about just the tip of the iceberg. Don't believe me? Let's actually take a look on Amazon. We're here at Amazon.com, and what we're going to do is that we're going to search for the term coloring books. And one of the cool things that you have to remember is that with Amazon, Amazon drives traffic within its own store using what are called sponsored ads. Now, the key thing is that what if you could get your book in this particular category? Wouldn't it be awesome? You would not have to actually pay a dime for that particular traffic, other than a couple of pennies to get someone to head to your sales page. No more wishing and waiting and hoping for individuals to hit your sales page. So let's take an actual look on how this works. On this right hand side here for coloring books, here is an ad that belongs to us. This is a Speedy Publishing Dinosaurs Coloring Book Bundle. This book lives in the drawing and sketch pads category, and because of that, we can actually go ahead and market this book. And these types of books are known as activity books or drawing and sketch pads, which exist in toys and games, a totally different category other than books, because they're not really books. They're interactive and high activity books that individuals will use, and of course, once they're through with it, they'll eventually discard it or keep it as some kind of, thing that they want to keep for a very long time. And kids love to keep these coloring books and look back on what they've actually colored. Now, the key thing here is that it's very, very simple to do this. You're going to need, of course, a couple of covers. You, of course, are going to need to have a UPC to attach to that particular bundle. So it's really, 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 really super, super easy. But here's the real kicker. And exactly why is this so important right now? Well, let's head back to our slides, and I'm going to show you something that you're going to actually not believe, and it's going to knock your socks off. So, what's the real reason why you should be doing this? Well, the key here is that you need to have what is known as a comparative advantage. And if you don't know what that is, let's give you an actual definition. The comparative advantage is the ability of an individual or group to carry out a particular economic activity, such as making a specific product, more efficiently than another activity, such as writing a book. Now, what you want to have is that you want to have the comparative advantage over other individuals and over this particular activity. You want to be able to have that. And why now? Why is now so important? The reality here is that Amazon is absolutely going ham for the Christmas season. Amazon plans to hire 80,000 seasonal workers for this season alone. That's a staggering number. If you just think about the fact that they're hiring 80,000 people, what exactly is Amazon going to be doing this season that they know that they're going to be driving so many sales? And how can we as self-publishers cash in on what Amazon is going to be doing? Well, it's going to be absolutely simple. If you just picture the fact that they're going to be bringing 80,000 people on, they're going to be marketing like crazy. And this article just came out October 16 in the Forbes magazine. Now, we over here at Speedy Publishing have had actually a really great year. We've published twice as many books as we published last year. We've grown our business by 30%, and we've taught more cutting-edge publishing techniques than anyone in the self-publishing business. And now it's time to pay it forward with the first and only offering of what we call the Zero Content Books Zero Content Super Pack. And this is going to put you on the fast track that you can actually start making that type of money that we're making. And it's the best and easiest way, fastest way, and most economical way for you to get from $0 in self-publishing to $100 per day in self-publishing. And we gave you that proof just a few minutes ago. So what exactly is the Zero Content Super Pack all about? Well, we're going to be giving you 4 uniquely designed zero content book interiors. We're also going to give you 4 brilliantly designed zero content book covers. That means that you can publish those today, starting today. But what's even more cool is that we're going to give you those Adobe interiors that are actually editable. If you want to move a line or if you want to add any content to it, you have the Adobe interiors that you can edit on your own. You also have the PSDs of those covers that you can actually use. So you've got a really great jump start in putting out your first zero content books, and it's really awesome. So you're well on your way in going to be making $100 per day in self-publishing without having to do anything. And this can be done, and you can create even more in just 7 minutes. Now, that would be really awesome, cool, but we're giving you even more. What if we were to give you 2 UPCs so that you could bundle those 4 books, and you could bundle 2 books at a time as well and place them on Amazon Seller Central? Now, of course, that's a simple method that you can use and you can start making money today. Now, you're going to obviously need those 3D bundle zero content book images, and we're going to give you 2 of those for your existing bundle. So book 1 and book 2 are going to be bundles, and we're going to put those bundle images together for you in 3D so that you can head on over to Amazon Seller Central. You've got your UPCs and you just plug that in, and then you're good to go, and then you can start driving product ads to your existing books. Now, what would be even more cool is if we helped you to get rankings. Now, why are rankings important? Because they drive sales, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. First, ranking allows us to rank for a specific term. Here's a book that we've got called the Hungry Diet Book. Now, this is a great diet book by Lisa Lillian, but we also have what is known as a Hungry Girl Diet Journal. And what we've done is that we've gotten that book to rank for the keyword term Hungry Girl Diet Book that people are searching for. But Rankit doesn't just help that alone. Rankit allows us to take that existing book and, of course, marry it with those existing books as well, and hence, of course, driving sales for this particular book and keeping our sales figures below 100,000 in terms of our Amazon bestseller rank. And so this book is making quite a bit of cash for us, and all we had to do was to channel and push the Rankit. And what we're going to do for you is that we're going to rank one of your existing books that we provide you with in the Super Pack. Now, before you ask and say, Colin, what's going to happen if everybody decides to do the same books that we do? The reality here is that you have the option to choose, and we make it super easy for you to make that choice. In fact, we give you over 80 different types of books to choose from when you're selecting that type of book. From fitness journals to food journals to grid ruled notebooks to inventor notebooks to medication dosage to password journals, password keepers, pocket books, you name it, we provide you with over 80 different choices that you can make from to ensure that you actually get to have a book that stand alone. And remember, your books are absolutely unique. Now, before I go on, I've got to tell you something. What we've got to tell you is that we only have a limited amount of packs that we can provide to all Speedy publishers. And the reason is we want to make sure that we deliver a really, really high quality service to our individuals to make sure that they get the best quality books that will actually be selling. And the key thing here that you want to remember is that no one else can provide this for you that gives you that reach other than Speedy Publishing, especially for your print titles. So we only have a limited number, and once that's sold out, we'll never ever be doing this again. In fact, one of our zero content books cost at least $197. So you're getting actually an $800+ bonus that you're actually walking away with. Not to mention, inside that super pack, you're actually getting a bonus video that walks you through the process of how to actually do Amazon product ads, and you're going to want to have that, and you're going to want to make sure that you start driving traffic to your existing book. Now, why is this absolutely cool? Because nowhere else can you get something like this at this low price. For just $199, you'll be able to access this particular service right now. So don't wait. Remember that our super packs are limited. Click the link below, get everything to kickstart your existing business and start on the way to start making $100 a day on self-publishing or using self-publishing, absolutely guaranteed.